I. It has released a new patch and everything has changed in the game, from the map to items and heroes. So let's have a quick look. Generally, in the hero selection, universal heroes have reduced damage. Like, their damage has been recalibrated and their damage has been reduced generally. Now let's take a look at the map. The terrain has been significantly altered, and these adjustments will impact how you play the game. Here are the key changes. Two rivers have been added to each side of the jungle, one on the bottom and one going through the middle. Both Dire and Radiant have these rivers. And the new thing about these rivers is that if you walk in the same way as the stream goes, you will move faster. But if you walk against the stream, you will walk slower. Next is the Watchers. Their positions have been changed around the map. As you can see, the stairs have changed too. In some places they've combined and became longer, and in some places they've been added. One of these places is near the bounty room. The bounty room has been changed a little bit, and it has now high ground around it, which means taking the bounty at the first will be a little bit more strategic. The Roshan pit has moved again. It's somehow back to its original place, which is usually near the Dire side, and the opposite Roshan pit is on the other side. Now let's talk about warding. As you can see, the classic warding areas on the Radiant offlane tower near the jungle triangle, and the classic ward tower near Radiant first tower on safe lane is removed. Both of them are gone. Also, the triangle of Dire has also lost its warding spot. This means that the wards are now more vulnerable than before. You have to put them on the ground. And now some vision blockers have been added too. For example, trees block your vision more than before, which force you to put the wards in more vulnerable places. We'll discuss a new video. Now, if you are seen by Roshan, if you are in his way, it will pick you up and throw you away. Now let's talk about item changes. Some items have their costs readjusted, and some items have changed their combinations. There is a new item called the Orb of Frost. It basically reduces the enemy's speed and regeneration. Now let's talk about popular items. Most of them have been nerfed. For example, Battle Fury has decreased damage and decreased cleave. Bloodstone has no longer its 75 AoE, but it has a basic dispel on the cast. Bloodthorn now marks its enemies with red color, which will make it easier for targeting them. Ethereal Blade is now weaker for universal heroes. Heaven's Hellbard now provides damage block because it has Vanguard in it. Gleipnir no longer has Maelstrom in it, which means it doesn't deal damage, instead it only chains the enemy. Mage Slayer no longer provides intelligence, and its attack speed has been reduced also. The bonus speed from Mask of Madness has been reduced. Probe of Corrosion is now stronger. Phylactery's cooldown has increased, and the movement slow has been decreased, which means it's weaker now. Handle no longer provides critical strike, it breaks the enemy now. Tanging Nasha doesn't have its previous status resistant. Neutral items have changed too. You don't pick them anymore. You have to craft them with using Madstone. You gain Madstones whenever you clear a whole camp. The player who clears the camp receives 2 mad stones, and it will give 1 to a random ally. If there are no allies around you and there is an enemy hero near you, in this case the mad stone will be dropped on the ground and either team can pick it up. When you obtain enough mad stones, you can craft your neutral item. Simply click on this hammer and you choose what type of item you want. For example, the new mana jug. It gives you mana, or you can use it on your ally. And then there is also an enchantment. So you pick what you want. For example, more health, and then you make it. And when you click on it, it will give you both. Now let's take a look at the hero changes, the most popular ones. Axe has generally become stronger. It has less damage reduction and decreased its cooldowns. DK hasn't changed much. Shaker has become stronger, it needs less mana and has increased damage. LC is a bit weaker now. Aghanim Shard's damage per win has been reduced, and it also no longer provides burst the attack on victory. Lifestealer hasn't changed much. Glitch has significantly changed. It doesn't have Flare's hook anymore. It no longer has its previous shard bonus for healing. Now it does the Flare's hook with Aghanim Shard. Slardar now has reduced speed. Spirit Breaker has less damage on Greater Bash on level 25. Sven has its damage reduced. AM has become significantly stronger. It now reflects spells by default. Bloodseeker's Blood Right has become pure damage, but its damage has been reduced. Its shard has changed, but its Blood Rage now works with Aghanim. Bounty Hunter has reduced speed. Root Mother has become stronger, it has more damage now. AA can now use its Ice Blast sub-ability even when it is silenced. Warden has a new ability. It can gather all the runes, and for every rune that he uses, he will get 1.5 plus all its permanent, which is great. The spells have now the same effect for its illusion and itself, the Tempest, and it has generally become stronger. Bristleback now needs more mana and its movement speed has been decreased. Centaur now receives more damage, and its Retaliate has been classified as reflection damage. CK's Bolt is now similar to Vengeful's Shard. It hits 2 heroes. Clanx's Strafe no longer increases its attack range, and it has its death pact now works when it is rooted, but doesn't get it out of the root. CM's Arcane Overflow can be activated to give it 35% spell amplification, but its spells will require 50% more mana. And Glacial Guard now protects its allies for 4 seconds and gives them a physical barrier. Dark Willow has a cool new facet. It's called a Shattering Crown. While ticking with the Cursed Crown, every time Dark Willow attacks or its allies attack, the ticking will be accumulated, the damage will be accumulated, and when the ticking finishes and the enemy is stunned, all the enemies nearby will receive the damage. Dazzle's ulti has changed, and now it has an out-of-body experience. Dazzle can move out of its body like a spirit, move around and attack, use spells, but its body will be in the same position, which can be attacked or killed. DK has changed too. It's a stun. If you choose the facet Fire Dragon, its stun will become it will have a radius and it will deal more magic damage. But if you choose Corrosive Dragon, all your spells will have physical damage. Your Ranger has more damage from high ground. Enchantress has longer bonus range. Void's ulti has changed. Its Chrono no longer freezes the enemy's cooldowns, but its Time Zone does that. Its Time Zone is now much stronger than before. Quickling's facets have changed. Its hip shot has reduced damage, but its Scurry has more cast range. Invoker has a lot of changes, so it doesn't fit in this video. Juggernaut's ulti has more cast range, but its shard has more cooldown. Lich no longer has unlimited Chain Frost bounces, but instead it has bonus incremental damage. Lifestealer's Flesh Feast will cause the open wounds to reset if a hero dies while affected by it, which is cool. And its new facet allows it to use Infest on ancient creeps. Lina has less speed and its Aghanim doesn't work like it did before, but its Laguna Blade gives it a shield. Marcy has also changed a lot. The Body Systems facet no longer provides armor, but it has 100% healing. Pick Me Up facet takes your ally with you if you want to go and jump on an enemy. And Fleeting Fury will increase your Unleash duration. It has a cool new special delivery ability that every 240 seconds it brings Marcy's items right away. Mirana's facets are also nice. Its Star Storm will make the enemies miss, and the other facet causes the leap to root the enemies. Morphling's facets have changed. Its EBB now attacks all the enemies it goes through with 50% of its attack damage, and the Flow will cause the Morphling to become a strength hero. Nature Prophet's Shooting Saplings now works like an Ironwood branch for healing. Necrophos's Rapid Decay causes the enemies to have less restoration. Pugna no longer restores mana, and it doesn't destroy illusions instantly anymore. Shaman is a cool new ability. It's a facet, Chicken Fingers. When you use it, when you attack an enemy, it will transform it into a chicken. Silencer no longer silences enemies after attacking them 4 times. Spectre's Forsaken facet deals more damage, adds more damage to Desolate, but it doesn't work with illusions. And finally, Zeus has become stronger. Its Divine Rampage has more damage, and its Live Wire has also more damage. That's it for today. We will have a new video on Warding soon.